Hello and welcome to this episode of Wednesdays We Craft. This week I'm redoing my storm shelter. I'm really excited. So one thing you need to know is I'm from Oklahoma and we kind of have a weird attitude towards tornadoes. Not that they're a joke, it's just if there's a tornado warning or a watch or whatever, we don't really cancel things unless we really have to. So, if you cancel for a tornado watch or warning, you're not going to get anything done basically through, April through on June. And then it starts back up in August. Anyway, so our storm shelter was gross, and so I'm redoing it so it'll feel more comfy. And of course, I had to pick a Wizard of Oz theme because, I'm trying to make it happy for my daughter, so. If any of you feel the same, if you're from Oklahoma or, surrounding states that deal with tornadoes, let me know. But I'm trying to put a positive spin on it and make this a happy space for my daughter and my family so it's not as scary. As you can see, our storm shelter has been neglected. So I've been meaning to paint it for years, but all it took was my husband saying, what if we made the top look like a monster opening its mouth? And I was like, oh man, I gotta try this. So first I sanded it, and now I'm just cleaning out all the dirt and then wiping it all down, washing it off basically, getting it as clean as I can. Okay, so now it's pretty clean. As clean as I'm gonna get it. It's stained, so the paint will cover that up, that's fine. So I'm using Seasonal Plus because I used it on a fence a couple years ago and that fence still looks good, so I figured it'd work really well on metal. So we'll see. It's an exterior, woohoo! Okay, so I'm gonna start with the ceiling on the left side because this is where it opens. So I figure if I start here before I do the rest of it, this will be dry enough for when I open it to get out. Hopefully it won't scratch it. So, wish me luck. See, right there, I stood up and bumped my head, and so now I have silver hair. Okay, yeah, Demi, we know how to prime. I get it. Okay, smarty pants. Okay, so now I'm going to prime the floor, because yes, I'm painting the floor. It's going to be yellow brick road. I'm pretty excited. Anyway, so over here, I'm going to start here and work back so I can hop out. Because, you don't want to work away from the entrance because then you're stuck. That's kind of what I'm going for. really excited because I've been looking for an excuse to paint a ceiling with clouds and blue and really pretty. So I think this will be the perfect opportunity so we can look up and see pretty clouds and not feel as claustrophobic, hopefully. Because as you've seen, this thing is tiny. So yeah, I'm gonna paint the ceiling blue. One of the hard parts of painting the storm shelter is to remember to not stand fully up because my head will hit the ceiling and then I'll have blue highlights. I guess that's one way to get your hair done.
I better wash these outside so I don't get in trouble. As my boy Bobby says, beat the devil out of it. So this is going to be the first thing you see when you step down into the storm shelter. So I thought I could make it the house that crushes the Wicked Witch. And so right now I'm just doing like the woodish pattern to make it look like old wood that's white. So yeah. Basically this is going to be the base of the color, and then I'm going to go back in and add more detail later.
Here's a little tip. If you're painting something that's all the same color, like the window pane and the wood of the house, then you can change the direction of your brush strokes and it stands out still. Like I'm up and down so I can tell which is part of which, and then I can go back and add details later. Because that's basically all I'm doing right now, is doing the base coat of everything, and then I'll go back and add details to everything later. But I have to do this first to let it dry, so. I don't usually use spray paint, but I got this because it like protects against rust. So that way, when I paint the floor, the yellow brick road, hopefully it won't rust because the floor was the part that rusted the worst. So hopefully this works.
So yeah, I'm just using a shock vac to help with the fumes since I'm in the shelter. I don't want to like pass out or anything, so fun. again, I'm working from the inside, working my way out, so that way I can step out and paint the other half. I just put in a step and then stood on that and then painted the other half. And this took about a day to dry completely so I could step on it. Now I'm working on the background of the door, so it's just going to be the stormy sky behind a tornado. So basically this is just a bunch of blending. We're blending. Now I'm just adding in some little storm clouds with the boop boop boopity boop. Boop boop boop. Keep on booping. Now I'm just adding in some spoopy looking rain. That's right, more blending and more booping. Now I'm just cutting out cushions, and I'm going to put double padding because, dear God, these were super uncomfortable before. But now they're going to be all nice and poofy and comfy. Now I'm just stapling down the cushions so they will stay in place when I put the fabric on. Now I have cut out the fabric so it'll wrap around both sides, and I'm just stapling it down. So I don't know if you could tell from the floor to the fabric, but it matches perfectly. Look at that, the lid even. So buying online actually worked out. I was nervous. Yay! These are going to be for the steps. So I'm just cutting out the fabric to cover it with, and it'll be my yellow brick steps. Did I mention how excited I am about this?
Thank you so much for watching Wednesdays We Craft. This was Storm Shelter Makeover Part 1. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be informed every time I upload a new crafty video. I hope to see you next week where I tackle this bad mamma jamma and all the rest of the detail. I'd love for you to be part of my Wednesdays We Craft family. It's on Facebook. It's just a group you can join called Wednesdays We Craft. And we just talk about fun crafty things and it's a lot of fun. So people post their projects and you can even ask for advice. It's great. I hope to see you next week. Thank you. Bye. Have a beautiful Wednesday.